what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rise. We're back here at Jaguar Land Rover St. Petersburg, and guess what? I got that one big bad mamma jamma from Land Rover. What is it? Is this vehicle right here. This is a 2025 Land Rover Defender. This is a Defender 130, which makes it the largest Defender, and it has the supercharged V8 underneath the hood. But before we get into this blacked out, powerful luxury SUV, let's talk about what's going on here. So Land Rover, when they brought the Defender back to the United States, they didn't even say a word about the 130, but boy, did they shock everybody when they unveiled it because of that 3-row flexibility. Plus, they went ahead and went all in and brought the good old supercharged V8 underneath the hood. Now, of course, there's lots of competition at this price point, especially that one G-Wagon from Mercedes-Benz. So what I want to find out is, do you go G-Wagon for that and hit the G-spot? Or do you go Defender and go 130 with the supercharged V8? Let's go ahead, let's dive into our Defender and find out. Right off the bat, the sheer size of this thing is absolutely ridiculous. But you know what? That's what it's all about with the Land Rover Defender. Now, of course, you're gonna get all that unique style, the LED daytime running lamp, LED projector beam headlight, LED turn signals, and I love the way they flare that fender. Super smooth, super clean. Now, as we work our way down, you do have functionality in the corner areas. Heat exchangers, you breathe in and bring in lots of cool air. And then, of course, you're gonna have even more functionality with your LED lighting. We do have adaptive air ride suspension. You can get about 11 inches of ground clearance in between you and the ground with this beast. Now, as we come across that front end, love the look. That functionality up top with the Land Rover badge. Then we have some body color. Then we have more functionality with the center mail slot opening, and then the lower egg crate grille, flat black with a forward-facing camera. The big zonk I have is there's no forward facing camera washer. So you have the camera, but there's nothing to clean the dirt off of that camera when you're going off-roading, driving through the mall parking lot or over some hedges at Rodeo Drive. Underneath though, you have full metal skid plate protection, a recovery tow hook, and like I said, that adaptive air ride suspension. Now, as we rise up, the Defender name with our sanitary black, that metallic black paint. Love the bulge. I even love what's underneath the hood more. You have that traditional design on the sides of the hood. This is meant to simulate the metal that was once placed on hoods of Defenders so that you could just jump up on the hood and work your gear in your cargo carrier. Now, as we work around the corner here, what do we got going on? 22-inch wheels. Love the way it's got the Defender name stamped in there. Simple 5-spoke design, ginormous 6-piston Brembo calipers. They look like the head off of a sledgehammer with the Land Rover name and that adaptive air ride suspension. Love the way everything is painted. Beautiful, nice, cohesive design. Now, as we come down the side of the vehicle, you are going to have your functional venting with the Defender name. From the side, you can see the extra long wheelbase. That's the place where the front wheel is and the rear wheel. All that room is your wheelbase and the extended length. This thing is a mean muscle machine. Now, coming towards the side of the vehicle, you do have your power folding mirrors, gloss black with your 360-degree cameras. The turn signal is built in. I love the shape. And this is what I was telling you about. On the new G-Wagon, the side mirrors look like they came off an S-Class. They look out of place. This looks better. Color matched on your door handles. And then I'm gonna back Steven up a little bit because they sneak it. They sneak in the V8 badge. Kind of a stupid place to put it, so I am gonna zonk that. But you do have the V8 power and it's supercharged. When we open up the doors, of course you're gonna have doors that open nice and wide. And I like the fact that this doesn't have any running boards whatsoever. Just really cleans up the look. You have the roof rails up top. Get yourself the crossbars, get yourself a cargo carrier, whatever you want to put up there. Of course, we have the 4x4 system, 2-speed transfer case, getting power to all 4 wheels, and then large rear quarter glass. Because of the extra length, the flared fender on the rear, just like up front. And I love the way they did the LED lighting with the clear lenses. From the back, you can see that traditional Defender shape. The other major way, besides those lame little V8 badges that they put to tell it this is a V8, is that quad tip exhaust. Nice stainless steel tip / cut. It's sad that they didn't put the V8 badge somewhere a little bit more prominent, but it's about what you could hear when it comes out of that exhaust. But why don't we go ahead? Love the back end. Of course, you got your 2 recovery tow hooks out back. But why don't we go ahead? Let's pop the hood and see the supercharged power underneath it. All right, guys, we got the hood popped on the Defender 130. You could see the bracing that they put on top of the shock top mounts and tie it into the firewall. We have our adaptive suspension with the air ride tubes. Not the sexiest engine cover, but what makes it sexy is that word right there, supercharged. So what do we have? We have a 5-liter supercharged V8 pumping out 518 horsepower, 461 pound-feet of torque. It's mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission, 0 to 60 in this beast, 4.3 seconds, quarter mile in 12.8 seconds, top speed around 150 miles an hour, MPGs 14 in the city, 19 on the highway, and the vehicle weighs around 6,000 pounds. So this thing can get up and boogie. But what I also like, besides the boogie factor, is also the sound factor. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's see if we could get a little bit of an eargasm with this supercharged V8 Defender. All right, guys, we are inside this 2025 Land Rover Defender, the big 130 with the supercharged V8 and the captain's chairs in the mid-row. That's the first time we're doing that they have captain's chairs and that we're able to bring them to you. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, my wife wants to get a G-Wagon. She loves the Kardashians, but I'm not so sure about it. How much is this Defender? Very good question. MSRP for this one is right at $130,000. Let's see what you get when you go Defender, baby. To the door panels. I do love the way they make it look very old school, but with a new twist. Soft touch material everywhere. You do have where they bring the exterior body color into the door panel on the inside. Love all the exposed screws. And you do have the Meridian premium sound system and a door pocket that will swallow up Stephen Flood's 12-inch cannoli very easily. So nice big large cannoli in there with a cup of milk, glass of milk to wash it down. Now going from the door panel to the dash, love the way there's an oh crap handle. You got the Defender name stamped in, USB-C, and then of course a baker's dozen of off-road Twinkies perfectly fit in there. We have our 11.4-inch Pivi Pro system, very easy to go through all the different screens, the different apps, and everything in between. Of course, you got your 4x4 system in here for the air ride suspension. Look how the displays are so clear. You could go through about 3 feet of water with this thing. Throw it into reverse. Backup camera is a little small, so would like to see that larger, so I am going to zonk that. But the good news is that you can make other adjustments for different camera views depending on what you're doing. And then we go right back to home. I like home. St. Petersburg. That's where we're at. This is going to control your ZF 8-speed automatic transmission. You got dual climate controls with multifunctional knobs. Watch this. Push it in. This is going to give you ventilated seats or heated seats. Push it in again. And now what we're going to do is we could adjust it by hitting the fan, just the fan speed, all those goodies, very easily done. And then of course you're able to raise and lower your Defender, and you have hill descent control, which is nice, and a real volume knob. We do have a nice little storage tray here. This is where you could put your 1-pound bag of Skittles, open it up, USB-C, and a place where you could put a fanny pack, a canteen that's made out of lambskin, or your Davy Boone raccoon tail hat. 2 cup holders, even for the bigger Yeti cans. And then we have the Land Rover key fob. Same key fob they've been using since the year 2000, but it still works. Wireless charging, Love the nice leather. Open up, you got your chill box, baby. You can Netflix and chill. I remember when my students told me what the hell that meant. I was like, are you kidding me? I thought it meant getting a Netflix movie, because that's when you could have them mailed to you and just chilling with some friends. It doesn't mean that. It means more. Seats, the leather, the perforations, full electric assist for the passenger, full electric assist for the driver. We got Alcantara. That's the name of the company that produces this microfiber suede material. You also have a digital rear view mirror. And we got that power shade for our panoramic sunroof. But why don't you come over here to the business end where you want to be sitting in this Defender 130. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. You do have 3 memory seat settings for the driver's seat. Like the VA badge, you did it right. Illuminates LED at night. We do have aluminum dead pedal, aluminum brake, throttle, and then you do have a nice large dead pedal. And I like the fact that there's no carpet in here. They just have the floor mats. Seat controls, easy to get to. I'm 6 feet tall. If you need more room, then I don't know what, you're gonna be driving an 18-wheeler. That's what you're gonna be driving, one of those big rigs. Steering wheel, love the leather, love the stitching, the open spokes, flat black on the switch gear. You do have metal paddles to go up and down that 8-speed automatic. It is an electric, where's the handle? Oh, it's on my side. It's electric tilting and telescoping wheel, and you have a place for a super large Granny Smith candy apple. And then of course the digital gauge cluster, 12.3 inches, just the way you like it, the perfect size, all the information, and there's a freaking head-up display, so they got you covered there. But let's get in the backseat area because I want to show you more of this Defender. All right, guys, mid-road time, and this is one of the biggest things. This is the first Land Rover Defender 130 we've brought to you with the captain's chairs in the center. So that really opens up the space. You do have the ratcheting armrest. I'm gonna zonk it. I just wish there was a little bit more arm rest for my arm to rest. Now, the back of the seat here, you have your hanger. You could put that LL Bean jacket that your grandmother gave you after she bought her LL Bean Special Edition Subaru Outback. Gotta zonk the cargo nets. You put a dagger, a Ginsu knife, or a Chinese throwing star, it's gonna rip right through that. Do like the command center here. You have your AC vents, dual climate control, heated seats, ventilated seats, USB-C. Interesting where they have the cup holders actually in the floor because of the captain's chairs. But what's great is you can get those Yeti cans, which are about like 225 ounces, that come up to about here. They'll fit in very easily. But the seats are comfy. They do slide. And of course, if they slide, they also recline a little bit. And what's nice is because there's no mid-seat here, you can get into the third row very easily. Speaking of the third row, let's get back there and see if you're gonna be squished like a bug in this Land Rover. All right, guys, third row time. I'm gonna zonk getting in and out. It is very hard for a grown person like myself, 6 feet tall, to fit in that tight opening. Once you're in, lots of room. I have my own little sunroof area here. Doesn't open up, but you have your nice glass roof, the Alcantara, the AC vents, the USB-Cs. I got 3 stages of heated seats in the third row. And my knees are not too high, which is great. I kind of like the way it's stadium seating. I could see above the seats in front of me. But nice to have that third row flexibility when you need it. Let's get into the cargo area though and see what we could stuff in this extra long version of the Defender. All right, guys, cargo area time. You got that old school barn door opening effect. I like the way they have the Twinkie tray here where you could stack up your off-road Twinkies. And you got the Defender name. And then what you're gonna be greeted to is not a lot of room because I have the third row up. That's 11.4 cubic feet of space. Not the most, but what's great is that you do have that home power source. And then you also have on the driver's side, the ability with that air suspension to raise and lower the vehicle. So I'm actually lowering it right now as we're here. Now, to get those seats to lower, it's so simple. Even a caveman could do it. So you're gonna pull and drop. You could just do the center one. So if you're getting some, maybe you have like some lumber, you're going to Lowe's or Home Depot, you could just put in the center, or we could just fold everything down. By doing that, it gives you 36 cubic feet of space. Fold down the middle row, those captain's chairs, is gonna give you 78 cubic feet of space. This is an area where, like I said, the G-Wagon can't compete because the G-Wagon's only 2 rows. And then to put the seats back up, I like the fact that they're they're not electric, because they go up and down very easily. There's your headrest. Boom, bam, boom. Close the door. It's that time. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's hear the rumble and go on throttle in this V8 supercharged Land Rover. All right, guys, we left Jaguar Land Rover St. Pete. We're in this 2025 Land Rover Defender 130 with the supercharged V8. Are you ready for on throttle? On throttle, here we go. Golly. Up the hill and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. The acceleration on this thing is just, it's stupid. It's just really silly how hard the acceleration hits with this supercharged V8. And getting to that Pivi Pro system, once you get the hang of it, it's a piece of cake. I even like the way that if you don't want to use the knobs and you're comfortable just using the screen for your AC controls, you can go through that. You could also adjust different settings. Like, for example, you could have deploying side steps that are electric deployable steps, which are nice to get in and out. Or you can not have them deploy at all, like we have it set right now on this particular one. But it's just very easy to drive, even though it's super long, very, very easy to drive, and I like that. Visibility is great, especially out over the hood. You get a little bit of supercharger whine, but all V8 rumble coming out of that exhaust, that's for sure. And the fact that you have that third row for the extra flexibility. And if you need to go through water, this will do it. If you need to raise the suspension, this will do it as well. So it's one of those vehicles that has the downforce grunt, but it also provides a nice luxurious feel on the interior. It's really like an outdoor, it's almost like going glamping in here. It's like, yeah, you're driving an off-road vehicle, but really, at the end of the day, this thing drives so smooth and so well. Brakes feel good. And then, of course, it's the acceleration, right? Oh, here we go. Into this right-hand bend. Handles bumps really well, of course, as you would imagine. And you're not getting any wind noise or road noise inside the cabin here. Plus, you have those paddles to go up and down the ZF 8-speed automatic, which are metal, not plastic. But really, just very, very impressed with how this Land Rover Defender does the job. I mean, it is really that good of a vehicle. And then, like I said, if you need a merge, this thing will merge real quick. Got a little bit of pop and bang coming out of the exhaust. I'm really digging it, man. And the torque delivery is so linear and smooth. It starts from very low down and then just pulls all the way through to red line. Let's make a U-turn here. Love that sound. But I really like these a lot more than the G-Wagons. The G-Wagons are just, they're overplayed. That's the problem. Like, everybody and their mother has one when it comes to who's famous and all that, and what people aspire to have. This really gets the job done so well, plus some. And I really like that. But we're gonna go ahead and get back to Jaguar Land Rover St. Pete and wrap this one up. So I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, another great day in so many ways here at Jaguar Land Rover St. Pete. Definitely got to thank Miro and the rest of the crew. Not only getting us a Defender 130, but one with the supercharged V8 and captain's chairs in that mid row. But let me know what you think about this Defender 130. Would you go this route over a G-Wagon, or do you want to be just like the Kardashians? Let me know in the comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. I'll come back for more. If you are a subscriber, definitely hit that subscribe button again and make sure you are subscribed, because I appreciate your support. We got to thank Stephen Flood, working the camera like a champ. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.